think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a Q.
All right, welcome back to the Patriot Hour. Got an interesting few things to go over here, folks. The most dangerous weapon that the shadow government possesses and wields against the American people would be the threat of an EMP attack. But just a little comment more on our last video, the martial law. Folks, we got some real-time, live-time results back in, all right? So there's people commenting down below. Some of them come across the pond, overseas, and I know things are different over there. And martial law has been used in very bad ways. I'm not denying that. But here in the country, in the States, we had people commenting down below, folks. I had to make some notes here. Katrina, reports coming out of Kansas. Again, I'd have to verify these. Not the Katrina one I've heard. Again, I haven't really read any official paperwork, but I do remember hearing, even from the mainstream back then, that martial law had been declared in certain areas. So we had people actually in the comments saying it was horrible. They came in, knocked on our doors, took our guns, and we sat in our homes, and it was horrible. And then yet other people say, man, there was like shootings going on from, like, we're talking like citizens, gang members, thugs, whatever you want to call them, folks, that were doing things in lieu of the disaster. You know, they knew people were fleeing, so then they were, like, whether they're going into homes and robbing things or to the stores. But regardless, the people that even said it was horrible, they got their guns taken. I was like, well, you're alive right now, you're breathing right now, and you're actually on YouTube all these years later, and you probably got your guns back. So what did it really do? Again, we're hearing that, you know, once they do this, they take your guns, and then all your rights are gone. But these people seem to still be alive, actually partaking in these videos and giving us comments down below. So again, I would ask, and then we had positive comments out of Katrina as well. People saying that they heard gunshots for several days, wars were going on amongst the people, and so people are promoting that, or what? I mean, how come every time there is an area that gets hit with something, and then you actually have people that claim to be patriots going to do really bad things, and then it has to get to a point of that where in these areas, all the emergency response are already helping do all these other things. And then on top of it, you're going to have people that want to, take their guns and go shove them in other people's faces, or go rob things and have a gun on them. And in these circumstances with these people commenting, it seemed to be a positive thing in their area. So again, we're not promoting it. We're just listening to the people that have actually lived under it, been under it. Those even that had nothing nice to say, and I'm not saying you're gonna, you didn't like the fact that happened, and I understand that, and you don't ever have to like it. I'm just saying, how did it affect you? And those same people that commented that, yeah, they came to my door, they took it, and I didn't like it. Where are you at now? What are you doing now? And do you have your guns back? And seems like you're still talking, breathing, and participating in life. So that's a great thing that it didn't end all demisey for you, like we've been hearing. So again, we're just going off some facts here, folks. So take a look at some of the comments in that last video. Very interesting. All right, we got an article we're going to go over here. And again, somebody had commented about, how come you always tell us to think for ourselves? That's why we come here. Well, folks, I'm always going to tell you to think for yourselves. I'm not trying to drive you. I'm trying to give you what I believe to be facts. But again, these are what I believe and how I interpret it. Everyone's free to their opinions. And that is, again, you're always going to have to do your own research. The old way of just giving spoon-fed something is how we got into this predicament in the first place. Do we want to repeat ourselves? Who said it? Was it Einstein? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results is the definition of insanity. So, all right, American electrical grid under withering attack. Deep state warning to Trump. Huge event that occur in threes always convey an urgent message. The most dangerous weapon that the shadow government wields against the American people is a threat of an EMP attack. Such an attack on the U.S. mainland would paralyze the nation in a single flash. And the perps could mask it so that it was plausibly blamed on North Korea, Russia, China, Iran, Trump. I'll add Trump in there. The same perps have already demonstrated their capacity to conduct DO attacks at the will against California. And they got away with it even in the face of so much hard evidence of directed energy weapons and pyroterrorism. So what won't they do to avoid persecution, conviction of and a life sentence or worse? So intelligence analysts from the former U.S. military officer. And make no mistake about it, the electrical grid across the USA is under attack. Exactly who is conducting these black operations and why remains to be seen. There's no question someone, i.e. Deep State, coup plotters, is very nervous in the service right now. So there's no question that someone, i.e. Deep State, coup plotters, is very nervous in service right now, as they should be. Something very, very big is about to go down, as we saw at the Poppy Bush funeral. Read more at State of the Nation. All right, so Poppy Bush funeral, something quite huge is about to go down. Martial law, military tribunals, or both. So anatomy of the December 27 attacks. What follows are three extraordinary events: attacks on the electrical grid that just took place across the U.S. on Thursday, December 27th, 2018. First, there is a link and or video documenting each attack, which is then followed by a screenshot for proof from various MSN platforms. First, there's a link and a video demonstrating each attack. So most of us are familiar with what we've seen. Again, this article will be linked down below. Check out that video. Let me see here if it's how long. It's only a minute, so I can actually... I think we watch this one, but I'll keep it up. Here, let me do this. So I'm not real sure. I mean, we've heard all different kinds of reports. Mainstream media saying one thing like always. So who took down the CenturyLink so hard even the FCC is investigating? So first of all, it ought to be obvious that the probability of 3 different attacks on the U.S. electrical grid occurring on the same day are quite high. This is how the rogue CIA fractions like to do it. They often use high drama events to capture the attention of the American people. This demonstrates the power and control the deep state has to carry out any type of attack, anywhere, anytime, any place. The message is being sent to the POTUS or the entire administration. They know it's been received. The shock and awe effect will see to that. Especially during these extremely tense times inside the Beltway, there is a need for the coup plotters to watch their every step. The volumes of evidence of a full-blown coup d'etat, right, in the works can be downloaded on the internet with a single keystroke. And the Prez is but a hairbreadth from launching such a preemptive strike. Therefore, it can be stated with absolute certainty. I'm going to play this one more time. There it can be stated with absolute certainty that the New World Order globalist cabal has the most to gain from this obvious psyop using the electrical grid. Surely they ran it under the rubric of Operational Gladio. All right. Key point: they desperately executed gambits by the power elite are each carried out with purposeful design. TBTB or TPTB now know that they sealed their fate when they conducted Operation Torch California. Smoking gun, hard evidence shows campfire was man-made. Genocide and mass destruction of paradise carefully planned. Again, folks, this is just how things are pointing. Again, this is the opposite of what you hear on the mainstream. Is so do we encourage, read this. I got a conclusion here. As the it's been asserted many times before, it's going to get ugly, very ugly, all right, very fast. After all, when the body politic is witnessing such extraordinary events as this one in real time, hold on here, put this back up. So after all, when the body politic is witnessing such extraordinary events as this one in real time, Pandora's box has been opened for all to see. Federal Reserve Bank colludes with the deep state to crash the market, right? Did a video on that a few days ago. There's also a very real prospect, the inspector of stunning series of dominoes falling, of each which has been basically engineered by the seriously endangered NWO cabal. So see NWO cabal, globalist cabal closer to exercising nuclear option. In the light of all these and several major developments, both domestic and international, it's clear that the global order is about to be shaken up as never before. Even the many volcanic eruptions and earthquake swarms point to this eventually. I got a little video moment of massive volcano slide that caused tsunami captured by satellite. However, this is particularly deep state crime wave that has produced a veritable tsunami of blowback that will soon overwhelm the treasonous Democrats and its rhino traitors. The greatest act of collective treason in U.S. history. Remember that all this transpiring in the midst of an epic government shutdown. Good, keep it shut down so that we, the people, can see how worthless and wasteful it woefully is. Simplify, folks, simplify. So a Marine here. State of Nation, December 29th, 2018. So, folks, that's the whole thing, all right? There's lots of channels out there telling you different things, and that's fine. People all come to their own conclusions. See, we all know about this Illuminati, NWO, their whole plan, the globe. And if you're not following along, if that's where you're stuck, because that's where I was for years, prepping, knowing all about it, going back in history to the Sumerian times, all the way forward. I still don't know it all. I think I got a pretty good grasp on it. We could spend months talking about all that. But the reason I even started this channel came out is because I saw this, what I thought to be a normal person. So everyone says don't trust government. Well, of course we don't. But are we in a world now where even if your best friend ran and the minute he's on TV and he wins presidency, if you knew this guy, you're like, oh, don't trust government. He's actually, you knew his mission before he went in, that he was going to be taking down this. He studied it. If we all agree there's a really big system in play, evil doesn't just get to run forever. You can have a chance of taking that down. If that's why I came out with this channel, and the people, when I say we, I'm talking about Scott, Ben, the people that have been part of the Patriot Hour, and then even all of you guys and down below in the comments. And we're here because we think that this is stopping that. You know, so now there's other channels out there that still think Trump, everything he's doing, all the executive orders, all the gameplay from Wall Street, Democrats, deep state, it's all part of another big game maybe. And he's not doing anything positive. It's all bad. All the stuff to stop human trafficking, things against kids. It was all just paperwork. There's no action, just all paperwork. And that he's part of it, even though they're really against him. And this thing you're watching unfold on TV is like all against him. Like they opened up every facet against him when he was running because he wasn't part of their system. All right. So if you look at past elections where the Republican and Democrat go against each other and they're kind of saying different things up on stage, it didn't matter who won, the agenda got done. We all agree to that. So to go down this other fairy tale land story with them, depending on who you're watching, they're wanting you to ignore all this stuff Trump's doing out in the open. All the paper, oh, don't look at that, it's all guisy. So it's bad to stop things with human trafficking. Oh, yeah, don't. Yeah, but it's going to lead to something else. You have to start going down other rabbit holes and made up fairy tale things that go against what you're physically actually seeing, hearing in speeches. Give the power back to the people. Take it away from DC. Oh, that you haven't heard things. You've always heard the opposite. Ain't there an angel that rides in the whirlwind that guides us through the storm? I mean, those are words of. They're talking about fallen angels, not angel. And you hear those kind of things. Ancient hope. I'll go through every president and show you where they talk about ancient hope and what ancient hope means. This has been around for a very long time. Antiquity, this type of stuff. All right, there's been a battle. So if you don't believe in all that, these people do. So it doesn't matter what you believe. Once this starts going towards anything religious, possibly, I don't believe in that, so now none of it is real. Okay, then that's where you stand. Unfortunately, these people, or fortunate, however you want to look at it, every door we've kicked in researching leads to these people doing Luciferian things. So that's what they believe in. Whether you do or not, that's what they believe in. It doesn't matter what you believe in. It matters what they believe in, because they're in power and what they do. So again, some facts on martial law. People have been through it. They didn't like it, but they're still here. They're still breathing. They're still free. So it didn't end in disaster for them and locked up and killed. All right, folks. Again, this is a Patriot Hour. I'm Mike. God bless. Godspeed to each and every one of you worldwide. And we'll see you back here on the next Patriot Hour update video real soon. Please take a look down below in the comment section if you want to read this article in more depth, and click on some of the actual links it takes you to, and you get a bigger picture. Again, I've read most of these that they're linking to, so even our videos give the bigger picture. All right, that's all we're doing here. We always encourage you to, don't, get mad at what we're saying here. Mad enough to go research it and prove us wrong. Come back if you got something different. Again, we're not promoting or blessing martial law. It would be, and somebody said there's not two versions. There's only one, and it does this to you. Well, I would say that some people are pushing that this certain martial law is going to come all at once. It's going to be, folks, we only got like 1.3 million in all branches of service combined. There's 320 million people in America. So, they start ramping in other countries to come in. We're talking like UN takeover, the blue helmets or white helmets, whatever they wear anymore. I think we'd see that ramping up. That would take more than just a plane or two. You'd have to, think logical on this. Again, think for yourselves, connect all the dots. And we'll see you here real soon at the next Patriot Hour. Again, please subscribe, like, share, comment, and share the video. We'll see you back here real soon.